we do it. Where you catch us that we be in that pulpit. Always catch a vibe, we a movement. You should just subscribe because we too lit. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, watch them scream out, ah, yeah.
A lot of folks be falling off. We watch them plummet and run. It's the Pulpit Podcast, baby. Season 4. Episode 101. What the business is. It's that man with the plan, Big Kev. And that's Cuz with the bus, Big Bo. And you know we got that food for yourself. For sure. Now you know we gotta do a disclaimer.
Got to do it.
Me and both some wild boys. We say some outlandish shit. Sometimes our guests say some outlandish shit. So we just try to protect those who want to be protected. We give you a little forewarning. So without further ado, the Pulpit Podcast is not a gospel or religious podcast.
Say it once more.
I said, you know I got to do it. I said the Pulpit Podcast is not a gospel or religious podcast, but we are bringing the gospel in the form of information straight like that.
Straight like that.
And y'all know this podcast is based on the foundation of positivity, motivation, inspiration, and most importantly, love. So we don't do anything without a weekly affirmation, and I got something for us.
Message.
The real flex is not hurting others to heal yourself. And not hurting yourself to heal others, or not hurting yourself to help others heal. So it's basically saying, like, you know, you just have to be, like we talk about all the time. We talk about this fluid nature and good energy, right?
Yes.
You have to filter out your circle because those people will dirty up your energy.
They can.
And you have to understand, you have to clear yourself of bad energy before you enter other people's circles. That's pretty much what it is. These circles are clear until somebody, you know, goes in there and then it's like, damn, now it's polluted. You got bad energy. We got to kick you out. Or vice versa. And you could be the person with bad energy.
Yeah.
And turn somebody else's circle that was positive, you know. So it's about, that's that self-evaluation portion I say. When you know, when you can look at yourself and be like, nah, I need to get my shit together.
Yeah, step aside.
That's
Work
when
on
you're
that.
cleaning yourself. You're filtering your pool, basically. All right, so this is the time when we let the guests, you know, we give them the spotlight. If they got anything going on, they can let you know about it. And they don't, they can just give you their name and we can get the show cracking. So go ahead.
Jasmine Pettis. Worked for a school district. Been with them for about 6 years almost already.
Okay.
If you want to donate anything, school supplies, school dresses, for anything, for decorations for the schools, I would greatly appreciate it. You can reach out to Kevin. Kevin could reach out to me as well. That's about it.
We're going to move your microphone just in a little bit so the beautiful people out there can hear you when we talk about what we're going to talk about. So, you know, we got a wide range of topics today, but we got to talk about one of the main topics at hand is Drake responds back to Kendrick, Future, Metro Boomin, The Weeknd, and J. Cole. And we just gonna talk about it. What's your take? We let Cuz jump it off because I do know, you know, we the hip hop head. So I want to hear what Cuz got to say.
Honestly, I mean, it was the original one was a solid one, you know, because it's been about a week now and everybody's unexpressed what they done.
Yeah.
You know, we all thought it was AI for a second, then realized, okay, it's actually him. And, you know, I think it is a solid diss song.
Solid. I would say solid.
But the thing that he's going up against is a hit record that happens to have a diss verse toward him.
Yeah.
No, and honestly, no, I mean, you might.
It could be.
Maybe the whole record might be.
The only thing about it is you can say that. Like we do with everything. It's subliminals, right? But we do know the Kendrick verse.
Yeah, we do know that for a fact.
We can speculate all we want to. But yeah,
but it's actually a hit record.
It's a hit record.
It's not.
Number one.
It's not a diss. Just a diss song. So I mean, he's got more work to do. To me,
to me too.
And I'm not even gonna say Express who banged him up. I'm gonna just talk about. We could talk about that on the other side.
Yeah. So Jazz, I know her favorite rapper is J. Cole, so he's in the mix of this.
Yes.
So just how do you feel about the whole situation? I mean, you might not have a dog in the fight, you know what I'm saying, because J. Cole kind of bowed out with the apology.
Yes.
But as a J. Cole super fan, you know what I'm saying, we're fans of J. Cole, but she is a super fan.
I really am, though.
No, I
post about him.
She's a super fan when I say this.
Okay.
I'm telling you, the day that I decide to get a tattoo, I'm gonna make sure everybody shares it to be like, no, Jasmine got the J. Cole tag.
Oh, wow.
See, I was gonna say she's a super fan. So how do you feel? So as you being a super fan, and we can get into the Drake situation as well, but as being a super fan, how do you feel about the apology?
I agree with him. I think because one, what I want to say, the aging of where he's at and what he wants in life and his goals.
Okay.
That plays a lot in why he apologized. And I respect him for that. He's getting older. He's not immature about things either. He takes accountability about it.
That's true.
So, yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
About the whole thing, I didn't even know about it, to be honest with you. I had to look into it and
that's
figure
cool.
this out.
I mean, that's cool though. That's what we do.
What are we talking about right here?
Yeah, I mean, but that's why I always give you topics, because even though you might not be abreast of topics like we are all the time, you can read about it and have an opinion about it.
Yes.
And I always try to filter it, you know what I'm saying, and say it in such a way where we all can have a conversation. The thing I'm going to talk about with Drake is that he comes, from the back to back. He likes to make a diss record as like a hit record. He tries to make it as a single. He's always looking to monopolize on that, you know what I'm saying, radio. Which is smart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Bo said, I think it's a respectful, you know what I'm saying, a respectable diss, you know what I'm saying? It's not up there in my range of diss records. My top diss records like No Vaseline and Hit 'Em Up and Ether and things of that nature, those are the top diss records I listen to. I can even go with the West Coast, Jadakiss against 50, the Piggy Bank and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, and going against Ja Rule. Them is some serious diss records because they calling out names, they saying scathing shit, and that's what I like, you know what I'm saying? We can go to the West Coast, you can go to DJ Quick talking about MC8. We can talk about Dre and Eazy-E, you know what I'm saying, with real motherfucking G's and, Dre Day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These are top of the line, top tier diss records, and when I hear dropping Gimme 50 and push-ups and shit like that, it's like, okay, you're a comedian type diss record person, you know what I'm saying? Like you take jokes. Yeah, I don't like the jokes. I like the skating shit because one, you talk, he's saying jokes like dropping Gimme 50 because Kendrick does prison push-ups. That's what you're basing it off of, you know what I'm saying? And you're basing it off so-called, he got to give up 50%, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, right? So you're trying to do a double entendre, basically. I get it. But at the same token, bit hard, you know what I'm saying? Stop rapping about this man's business when you pocket watching for one, without I don't care for, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what this man is making, his contracts and all that stuff. Speaking on that is whack to me. Talk about him singing, talking about his album and stuff like that, because I could say, you saying that he ain't got hot albums. I could say the views, it's like about at least 3, 4, 5
them dogs
in your discography, Drake. That
if it wasn't for 21 last year, we
21.
We wouldn't be talking about you, Drake. If it weren't for 21, I ain't gonna say kick rocks, but like it's I don't know if you're actually watching what you have going on, because a lot of your hits are hits because you're operating with other people. They're not just your hits on alone. You have to have SZA and Sexy Red. You have to have 21. You have to have Lil Yachty.
Yeah.
You have to have Future.
As Cousin My Witness, I have said this. I don't know if I said it on the podcast or I just said it in general conversation. Drake is a cultural leech. And when I say a cultural leech, I say this because anything that's hot, he attaches himself to. If you pay attention, Future was running the game. What do you want to do? I want to drop a collaboration album with Future, you know what I'm saying? Then you had 21 Savage was hot. Everybody was talking about 21. He's on feature on everything, killing everything. I want to drop an album with 21. The hottest singers, he jumps on their tracks, you know what I'm saying? If it's a teeny bopper rapper, you know what I'm saying? He hops on their track. What Drake is good at doing is taking people's fan base and building it into his fan base even more so. The J. Cole situation, I feel like it was good for both of them because J. Cole was respected among hip-hop fans and die-hard fans of him prior.
And plus,
you know what I'm saying?
Cole was having a collab, historical year.
Exactly. He's on a run.
He was hit records and he was bopping everybody like on every song. So like Drake, and he bopped you too, Drake.
He bopped him on his own song.
Yeah, he
told him he bopped him. That's what I'm saying. The thing is like this. It's like you, and that's why I was kind of disappointed in Cole because of his bravado of saying that I wax everybody on every feature. And you get on a song with me, you know, you better have your bars up. You can't have that mystique about yourself and then apologize after you make a so-called diss record. You know what I'm saying?
But then you got to figure out too, like how he's moving and everything. You have to see how he does his music too.
Well, I would think beforehand, before you dropped it though, you would have had that epiphany.
It was not to drop it. Jump out the window.
You jumped out the you let people hype you up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I like I said before, I respect him as a man to come to do that in front of all that audience and they want to see blood and war. And you're saying, nah, pull back. And these are your fans you telling you not gonna keep it going. That's respect as a man. I can't think of nothing else. But as an MC and as a hip hop head and embedded in this shit, I would never apologize after I make a diss song. You gonna eat that diss. Yeah, you gonna eat that diss, and then we could come to the table and be like, okay, maybe I went a little bit too far. Yes. You went a little bit too far. Let's not make any more. That's how I'm gonna handle it. But fuck that. The diss record gonna ride. If I wrote it and recorded it, it's gonna ride. It's gonna hit its intended target. Period. But another thing I want to say is about Drake is people like to hype him up as he's this great individual. And the Rick Ross situation, I want you dumb motherfuckers to realize Rick Ross don't need Drake for a hit.
Man.
His biggest hit is with T-Pain, The Boss. He had 2 albums before he even had a Drake feature that were platinum albums. Do your homework before you talk. I know y'all love to jump out the window and say the most outlandish shit for takes and clickbait, but this ain't that around here. We real hip-hop heads that do a lot of other shit, and we take that shit serious. Like, and then the other thing is Drake, he's a dope MC, a dope artist, entertainer, whatever you want to say. But he got to stop being so cocky and arrogant because I'm going to tell you right now, he would not be who he was unless it was for Lil Wayne and YMCMB. If he didn't come from that staple, how can you lose, for one, how can you lose coming with Drake, Lil Wayne, and Nicki? How can you lose? And at that time he was coming out, Lil Wayne was the hottest thing
he was
in the market, the hottest thing. Anything Lil Wayne touched. That's debatable. That's debatable. Wayne is a dope MC and he's up the top tier as a lyricist, but as far as his album and the products he put out, they're not the Carter. But 2 and 3 and shit like that.
But he was on fire.
He was on fire at that time. That's how Nicki gets a jump out. You know how many women rappers was out there? And before Nicki, but look how she got out there because that engine. And you basically jumping on Wayne's fan base because we didn't know who Nicki was. Nope. You're on a couple of songs, you know what I'm saying?
Now features. Mixtape, I had heard about Nicki a little bit.
You hear about it before the masses didn't really hear about it to where, you know, if you a hip hop head, but when she linked up. Exactly.
Or, you know, you got a ratchet girlfriend. Yeah, you're going to hear about them.
Yeah, you're going to hear about them. Well, I mean, he's saying, well, I would call Nicki's, I wouldn't call her shit as ratchet. This ain't a sexy red rap.
I mean, she wasn't sexy red.
Sexy red is ratchet rap.
But she was saying some stuff like
outlandish shit.
At that time.
Yeah, she was saying some outlandish shit. She was the one about the pussy, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that.
She was saying some
promoting the pussy. Yeah, that's what I call it, pussy promoting.
So it was new, and they was championing it on.
They was definitely championing it on. But I think sometimes women empower what a woman is doing because men already do it, right? So we already talk about a woman, you know what I'm saying, in a sexual manner. They just like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna have it empowered, you know what I'm saying, and whatever. And I don't knock them, that's your thing. But at least have some talent behind it. Like, I don't knock the sexual rap. Women been rapping sexually like that way back.
Come on, Salt and Pepper.
Yeah, Salt and Pepper. If you listen to the words, it might not have been super explicit, but they were talking about the exact same thing and the prowess of them and what they could do in the bed, right? So I just look at it like he has to have some humility about the rap game and the people before him and how he came in it. I get it. You one of the biggest selling people. You break all these records, but you don't gotta be an asshole. Yeah, you're on the same lines of Kanye West. I see why you two motherfuckers beef. Like, people might like you. I like Kanye West because Kanye West, the thing about the difference between the two, Kanye West will tell you he's an asshole. He will tell you he got problems. Drake will be like the person who shit in your water and tell you it's wine. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's that type of individual. Like I ain't doing nothing bad. I'm a good guy. Why you guys don't like me? Well, you're an asshole.
Man.
Yeah.
That's why they don't like you. And it's okay to be an asshole, but claim you're an asshole. That's all I gotta say. Okay. He's stupid. All right. So, I gave Jazz a chance to come up with a question. We have talks or whatnot. She used to work with me or whatnot. And we've had talks just about, I'm always about mental health empowerment, positive reinforcement, things of that nature, So, she asked the question and we just gonna make it a base. It was a couple different components to the question, but we're gonna make it a base. So I'm just saying, what are some mental health coping devices that we can use or give other people in love, life, and relationships? You know what I'm saying? Because that's an embodiment of all. So, Bo, I know you spoke about it, you know what I'm saying, and you went to some things, so you definitely can give some devices, you know what I'm saying, coping mechanisms that you have come up with.
Hey, the first thing I'm going to say is right now we got some sunshine.
Sunshine, vitamin D.
Yeah, go outside and get some vitamin D.
Vitamin D and vitamin C.
I know it's not as warm as it should be.
Oh, it definitely ain't the warmth behind
chilly.
it.
You might have to sprint a little bit, warm yourself up.
Preheat.
And then take your shirt off. You done warmed up, but get a little vitamin D or whatnot. But that would be my first thing. And then, I always set small goals.
There you go.
Yes.
And reach those small goals.
There you go.
And small goals can be, just minute from, hey, I want to cook this certain meal today.
Hey. It's your goal, so who can tell you?
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this, I just want to cook this, some type of chicken rice, some type of small goal.
Yeah,
just
you just wake up in the morning and have a task that you got to complete. Yeah, that's
and then when you attain that goal, you reach that goal, you accomplish it. And I hope you cooked it well where you be like, damn, this is a good meal. I'm glad.
Or you just learn from it, be like, when I cook it again, I know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Now you got another goal.
You reach something like, you're attaining some small goal where you're going to be like, what's the next thing? What's the next goal?
That's my point.
What's the next accomplishment? I've been cooking so good. Can I get into culinary school?
There you go.
Or hang on. I'm cooking so good. I want to cook for others.
Yeah.
So maybe in 2 weeks, invite folks over.
Yeah. It piggybacks off of other things. It's going to leach into other things.
And when you make that other goal and accomplish it, and then you see people also like look at you like, hey, that meal you made was great. I'm glad you invited me over. You get that energy.
Yeah.
Yes.
It brings you up. It's joy.
Right.
The actual word for it is joy. It brings you joy. So like those are just a couple little things like real quick, just basic, to get small goals, just small goals and then attain them.
Yeah. I would say ultimately for me, like, I think it's just basically about self-evaluation. You know what I'm saying? Looking into yourself. Like everybody goes through bad shit, right? Bad shit happen. Like I've told you before, bad shit gonna happen to the worst person, the greatest person.
Man.
It happens, you know what I'm saying? So the ultimate thing is you have to find out what role you played in it and how you can better yourself for the next person or situation, period, when you're in it, right? Maybe you jump stupid on some stuff and overreacted, you know what I'm saying? And it puts you in another situation. So next time when you're faced with that situation, you're like, all right, maybe I'll assess the situation a little bit better. Maybe not get to let my mouth go, my hands go, whatever it may be. I'm just saying, whatever situation you deem you felt you had to do. Yeah, whatever it may be. That's what they call that. What's the sandal? The Mexican sandal. The infamous Mexican sandal. They talk. But yeah, so the thing is, it's just about self-evaluation, right?
Yes.
That's going to help your mental health, period, because you're owning it. Accountability, self-evaluation, then we go to self-accountability, right? So self-accountability is saying, like, everybody in a relationship would be like, the relationship ended, but I'm a great person, and he's an asshole or she's an asshole. I don't understand what happened. Somewhere along the line in that relationship, you did some shit that might have made them feel this type of way to start venturing off of. It don't give them the right to do that, but you had a part and contributed to them doing that. And you have to be able to see it and be like, damn, when he was asking for time and I was just like, whatever, I ain't feeling it. That might have been his ply and cry for help. That they're like, hey, I want to spend time and you ain't doing what you need to be doing. It might make me want to go elsewhere. Not right, I ain't the judge of that.
Yes.
I'm just saying you have to understand we all play a part in things that deteriorate.
Okay.
Because we're not perfect. When you do those things, you start to see life in a different view. Another thing is stop stressing about things you cannot control.
I was just about to say that.
Because if I know a person don't want me, I know I'm not going to get this job because of my color or my age or my background.
Mhm.
Why am I stressing and feeling bad about not getting it? It's not in my cards. You just stress about shit that you can control and you're not doing.
But someone with mental health is always going to overthink that.
And that's
always
why
question.
affirmations and these are the steps to get you not to think that. Your mental health suffers when you don't think like this. So we're giving you the mechanism tools to think like that.
But it's hard for people.
Oh, it's not. It's never going to be
It's
easy.
never gonna be
Yeah,
easy.
never.
Never. But at the same time, you have to, I don't know, everybody's different. So I could speak on myself, right?
Go ahead, yeah.
Because for me, taking in negativity plays a big role on how my mood is.
Okay.
So coming
okay.
in right now, like positive, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Am I nervous? Yes. Before I even came, I'm not even, I had to take a deep breath because I was like, man, I'm going to panic. I'm going to be like,
Nah.
But you got to realize, I'm going to tell you this, you're not the first one that told us that. And I always tell them, when you rocking with Bo and Kev, we going to make you feel good. And
Yeah.
that's energy. That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say about, and when you talk about negativity, you know what I'm saying, how it changes your mood.
yeah.
If you're feeling that all the time, then you have to filter your energy out. Whoever's giving you that negativity, you have to filter them out of your life where you don't care. Whatever it may be, I get it. If it's family, it's hard. I get it.
Yep.
But you might need to do that. Because as long as it's bad energy, it's going to come out bad, period. You
Yes.
can't start something clean with bad energy. You can't.
No. And you have to, again, going back on yours, I'm piggybacking on the goals. You have to reach those goals.
There you go.
Because without those goals, you're not going to get anywhere or feel accomplished.
Mhm.
For
Yep.
me, I will say it was a couple weekends ago. The kids wanted to do things, whatever. And I was like, all right, cool, let's do it. Was I happy about it? No. But I sat there and I soaked in all the energy. And
There
I
you
was
go.
like, okay, they're smiling, they're laughing. I have to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But then people with that mental health of trying to be positive and trying to get their things together, it's always that negative. Well, it could have been better if I did this, or it could have been better if I did that.
Yeah.
No, take that joy, appreciate that
Mhm.
joy, and move on with it.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's going to be another day, a better day. So make it a good one.
And I think it starts with the openness to be self-accountable and evaluate yourself. If you're not open to calling out your bullshit, then
Yep.
you've already lost the game. Like, you have to be open to somebody calling it out or you calling it out and you addressing it. If you're not going to do none of that, then
And even with the overthinking aspect,
yeah,
you talking to the guy who named the album The Overstanding.
overstand
I'm a
facts.
super overthinker.
Okay.
Facts.
And you can sit and beat yourself up instead of like changing those angles to
Mhm.
lifting it up
Mhm.
instead
Say
of
that,
beating
bro.
yourself up. Okay, we did something for somebody. We could have did it better. Okay, well, you know what? Ooh, give me 2 months. Let's try to do this again.
Yeah.
Let's try to do this more. We're gonna set it up even more better. Where when you're overthinking and I could have did this. Like, here's your chance to do this.
To fix it.
Yes.
Realize
You
you
know,
have the
you know,
opportunity. You
but-
wake up breathing, you have an opportunity
Yeah,
to fix
you know.
whatever was broken.
So,
Simple
okay. I'm gonna set this date. Okay. Oh, that's such and such birthday weekend. All right, we
Yeah.
can do this,
Yeah.
this, and this and that. I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna start planning this, and it sends you on another mission to keep your mind steady, where you're not just overthinking on something you did in the past.
Say
It's
that,
gone
bro.
now.
Say that, bro.
You're working on the future now.
You're always, like they
Yeah.
said, you're always looking in the windshield versus the rear view. You know what I'm saying? You're going forward. You know, life moves forward. And if you always looking back, that's regrets. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That's, the disappointment of what you didn't do or did do. You know what I'm saying? You have to move on from it. Like, I'm going to be a better, that's self-accountability. That's
Yeah.
meaning whatever took place, good or bad, I'm going to be better from it. And when you start doing that, you will, it's funny how your mentality change, your friends change, places you like to go change, things you like to do change. And that's what brings the mental health, the strength to mental health. When you stop going to certain places, you might have been a loner and you like to go to dark places and listen to slow music and drink. that is helping you. That's the battery to be self-loathing and sit there and not want to get out of it. No, change up your scenery. Brighten up the scenery. Go where a lot of people is loud music, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not drink, because that could be a trigger.
Yes.
You have to be able to change things. I mean, it could be a trigger to some.
No,
some people can drink jovial, drinkers and whatnot.
Hey.
Some people come and be the life of the party as they get a couple shots in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it works, but you have to understand yourself, and that's the self-evaluation part. Understand what makes me tick, what makes me not tick, what inspires me, what makes me happy, what makes me sad, what makes me angry. Know that. Just like I told people in the relationships, you can't speak to what makes you mad or what you love about a person or what you love or what you're looking for, then what you're in a relationship for, because you just winging it.
Basically, if you can't be open about it, like, hey, this ticks me off, or this makes
Right.
me
If you
happy.
can't communicate that, you're just winging shit and it ain't gonna work out good.
And I'm gonna say this too: when you get to a good place, fight for it.
Fight for it. Hold that.
Don't
Hold that. Say that.
As soon as somebody come up and they own that old bullshit,
Get away with
and
me.
you like, normally I would accept this bullshit and then I end up on my path or whatever I go through.
Dismiss it.
Like, nah.
You need to cut it.
And I agree, because that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, I'm finding me. You could admit it. I don't dress up. I'm finally getting out of that comfort zone, like that.
Feel
mom
yourself.
zone.
Yeah, you gotta
like,
feel
I gotta
yourself.
dress up here and there, even once a month. That's my goal.
Yeah.
Once a month, dress up and
Get
say, you
cute.
know what?
Get cute and go.
Hey, okay, rock it.
Because what's gonna happen with you is when you start feeling that you're cute, other people are going to see
They
that.
gonna see that.
And they're
They gonna
going,
see the energy.
and that's the energy. That's
Wow,
it.
attraction.
If you exude, perfect example, when people say, how does a big person get this or da 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 da,
Oh my
right?
God.
Like, I'm just saying, like, you
No,
know
but
how
you're
some,
right.
when people doubt themselves for being big, because that's looked at as a negative thing,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying, when you're trying to court somebody, you know what I'm saying, if you're a heavy set person or whatever. And they look at grotesque, or, like, I won't say grotesque, I would say abundantly big, you know what I'm saying? How do they get this woman, right? Or how do they get this man? You gotta understand it's a certain mystique that come with it. You know what I'm saying? If you a big dude and you carry yourself well, you might dress, you might smell, you might have your hair you cut right, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. It's something about you. And if you bring that energy like, hey, I might be, a lot of pounds overweight, but hey, with this motherfucking inside that I got, this game that I spit, you know what I'm saying? She gonna
Yes.
come with me, you
Yes.
feel me? Everybody has their thing. Like, I used to be in Arlington. And I used to tell people, I be fat macking. So I had lost weight. I went through, I used to tell them all the time, I used to fat macking, right? Because I'm like, y'all skinny dudes, athletic dudes, I play ball, and I used to do all that stuff, but I was a big dude. I always been a big dude. And I used to get girls all the time. It's like, hey, that mouthpiece, I could say what I need to say. They had that personality that could make them laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
That go a long way. When they talk to me on the phone, it's like 2 or 3 hours. With the other dude with 15 minutes, he talking about himself. I'm talking about what your interests are, who you be with.
Man.
Had to hit him with the biggie line. You feel me?
Nah, it's facts though.
It is.
And so once you understand that, why you say you're going to get cute, you know what I'm saying, and do yourself up for once a month, I'm telling you, the energy will change around you and your self-esteem will pick up. You build yourself up. So now others will build you up. And that's the energy. So, like I said before, we do this type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? For those who do listen, whenever you tune in, if you struggle with mental health and you struggle with self-identity, you know what I'm saying, and boosting your morale up, you know what I'm saying, and your image and your self-esteem, these are tools that we have used that have been helpful. Everybody has their own thing. It might not work for you, but it's something that we're given. This game is being given out of love, you know what I'm saying? So that's why we do it.
Hey, I've been a fat kid since '86.
I like a fat
I've always
kid that
been a
love
fat kid.
cake, man.
Hey.
You feel me?
But I've always been in the mix.
Bars. Hey, you not even write that down, G.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
a nice
saying, that's
fat
boy.
kid. I like that. That's
I
bars.
wax
son.
serious.
We always dropping bars on this show. If you pay attention, really talk though. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go to the next one because this is, and I'm gonna jump this one off because it's really pissing me off because it's like I want to know why there's such a disparity in men and women's sports, but then I have to piggyback off this, so I'm gonna really just set that on the back burner because this has really been pissing me off. The narrative about Caitlin Clark.
Is that basketball player?
Yes,
Okay,
the women's
see,
basketball
look.
player.
Okay.
The narrative about Caitlin Clark getting a shoe deal before likes of, Asia Wilson and things of that nature and various other Black women athletes has been thrown out there and is being ran into the ground. And all I want to say is this. Stop making takes for clickbait and to sell something because you're beef is not legitimate. There's multiple successful basketball players, men and women, who do not have a signature shoe that won championships. So when you come up with this narrative, oh, well, A'ja Wilson, she's 2-time champion, she does this. Okay, cool. She does have the accolades, and we were speaking about GOAT status. That's the criteria for GOAT status. If I'm Nike, I want a marketable person. Why do y'all think the Joker, I can say this, he just won a championship. He is touted as maybe one of the best centers ever to play the game.
A couple MVPs.
Back-to-back MVP, might be the third MVP, right? That's unbelievable in the NBA. He didn't even have a Nike shoe deal. He wore Nikes, you know what I'm saying? So they probably gave him a little bit of money, but he didn't have a signature shoe deal. And he got fed up because he didn't get it, so he went to another place, and they're supposed to be having one come out next season, right? But Joker is not marketable. He doesn't have this bubbly, bright personality, and that goes a long way. Maybe if you do your homework, is A'ja Wilson that type of personality where she can sell 1 million shoes? No. So stop making everything about black versus white, because Caitlin Clark seems to have this personality because she got a following for one. So if I'm a business, if I'm a business person, if I'm a conglomerate as Nike, first thing I'm gonna think is, how we gonna sell her shoe? Hell, with Caitlin Clark is gonna sell it fucking self. And then I just want to know, where was y'all energy at when Sabrina Ionescu got the shoe? Man. Last year, I didn't hear not one person chirping, where's A'ja Wilson's shoe at? And the Aces was on their second championship, were they not? Man. They had already won a championship. You wasn't championing for A'ja then. And then the second one, they was on a repeat. And that's when the Ionescu's dropped. You know what I'm saying? Where is y'all energy then? But Caitlin Clark is that ticket right now.
I mean, yeah, she's the meal ticket right now. And the thing with A'ja Wilson, she's had a couple different shoe lines.
Correct.
She has rocked a couple different, like from LeBron's to what's the one, Cosmic something. She done had like a few different.
Yeah, she did have those
color lines that were catered to her. Now she doesn't have the Air Asia,
the signature, right?
The signature shoe, but like soon as she got drafted, she was signed to Nike for a $2 million apparel deal.
Yeah,
like, but that's what we're talking about. She was making more money off of Nike than she was on the WNBA.
Right. So we can look at it like this. Do you think Russell Westbrook, who has a signature Jordan deal, is better than Jokic? No. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we were going to talk about champion and accolades.
Even on top of that, Nike gave a signature deal to Ja Morant before he had all his foolishness jump off.
Say that. And ain't won shit.
Because he was so hot.
And ain't won shit.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, hadn't even won a playoff series at the time when they gave him his signature shoe deal. But because he was so hot, you know, up and comer.
And his personality is sellable. Like sellable. He has this bravado, like y'all can't fuck with me. He dunk on people. He talks shit to people. That sells to the younger generation. Like that's I want to be like John Morant. You know what I'm saying?
But Caitlin Clark done tapped in. She's kind of got like what's her name? Taylor Swift. And it's not a young crowd. It's a crowd who does not know anything about sports.
Yeah, exactly.
Like me.
Like you. Like me.
Like I'm saying, I mean.
But you're right, though.
There's a huge...
You're right, though, Bo.
There's a huge fan base for Caitlin Clark who are just now getting into sports. They weren't into basketball. They weren't into football.
Right.
And like somehow she has attracted them, and they're not young. They are middle-aged, and it's not just one race.
Why do you keep picking on me?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
He said, I'm sorry.
but no. They are middle-aged women.
Yeah.
That are of all from black, white,
ethnicities.
Yes.
All kind of ethnicity. And they got money. Like, you know, and like, because this is how they found out about it. Because my coworker Joyce came and brought some video to, hey, this girl, she shoots like Steph Curry, who they happen to know who Steph Curry is. They just
everybody knows Steph Curry.
Oh, Steph Curry don't want to, and she does shoot. Like, oh, what's her name? And they start following her. They don't know nothing about the women's basketball. They don't know nothing about the WNBA. They have fallen in love with this certain player who's like, guess what? She stepped up.
Yeah.
To a certain extent. I mean, you know, teams are teams. You know, you beat
it ain't like her stats and her records don't follow the notoriety and the popularity, right?
she has stepped up.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that run she did last year, because even though she got hyped,
she done went to the Final Four twice, even though she didn't win. And with the team that she had, if you really look at it versus the other team she went against.
If she was on a Tennessee,
yeah.
If she was on a Baylor,
yeah.
I'm telling you, she would have won a chip.
She would have won a chip. I just, like I said before, just if you're gonna make it about what you're gonna make it about, be honest about it, right? If you just feel like, I'm not really too big on the white athlete, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people want to run with the narrative, like boosting her up is diminishing us. And to me, that's just foolishness.
But what's funny is how when they seen the WNBA contract, and they're like, this is a travesty. But like, these are the WNBA contracts that's been going on for the last.
You didn't care when Cynthia Cooper was making that. You didn't care when Lisa Leslie was making that. I'm just doing back showing it. You didn't care when Rebecca Lobo was making the least.
So then she signs a lucrative Nike deal.
And now you got a problem.
Shitty about that.
Now pick your poison. And then another thing I want to talk to people about when we was talking about the main question, and Jasmine, you can jump in if you want to. The disparity between men and women's sports is if you're not a business savvy person and y'all have no business acumen, I can tell, because if you don't support shit, how are you going to pay the people who do the activity? So if nobody's coming to the WNBA game, how do you think we're going to pay these women $1 million contract?
Man.
When y'all only come, they having 3,000 to 5,000 people sitting down in their seats, and their playoff games not even sold out. And they only play so many games in a season where people don't even look at them as a real sport. It's like the NBA plays 82 games. I think the WNBA plays a total of 20 or 30 games.
No, they play about 40.
40, you know what I'm saying? But a fraction of it, would you want to get paid like the men? You know, it's not going to be equality in that sense until everybody supports them in that sense. You know, the NBA is a global market.
And that's why they need somebody like a Caitlin Clark.
Exactly.
To bring more eyes if her numbers are doing better, if her Iowa playing Maryland on a Wednesday night is doing better numbers than the actual WNBA
game, that's a problem.
So we have to embrace her to bring more eyes to the WNBA. Where now is these Caitlin Clark fans who start watching the Fever game. Ooh, I like this.
I like women basketball. I like this. I'm gonna watch another team.
New York Liberty.
They own today. Yeah, I'm gonna go check out the Aces. I'm gonna go check out
this A'ja Wilson. She's a bad one. You know, A'ja Wilson. No,
she's already bad. But I'm like, you can't make people jump into something that they're not even feeling from the jump. Like, it's already a bad thing because women don't dunk like that. It's not exciting. That's the call on it. Why men don't watch it, right? And it's boring, you know what I'm saying, to some people, right? To some people. I watch it, and I've been watching more. You see, I know my WNBA history. I've been watching it since the first people with the comments. I'm talking about that Cynthia Cooper, that's Tina Thompson, you know what I'm saying? And
I've been watching women's college basketball.
Cheryl Swoops, you know what I'm saying? Like
Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, Lisa Lobo, when they was all in college.
Becky Hammond.
When they was all in
Teresa
college.
Weatherspoon. We can go on and on.
She was a little earlier than them, but like they was all in.
But
college.
She played with Cynthia Cooper them, so you got to match it with that.
I'm talking about the WNBA, but as far as college, like Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Lobo.
Hell, the main Reggie Miller's sister, Cheryl Miller, like it's
they
people.
was all. I'm saying that crop was all in college at the same time.
But I'm just saying we're schooled to the women's profession, period, when it comes to basketball, and these people who are talking are not, and that's the problem. I'm just saying keep your energy the same. It should have been the energy for women's rights and equality back then. Them were the forefathers, you know what I'm saying, the godmothers, however you want to say it, of that sport. And nobody cares if that Cheryl Miller didn't make a lot of money, you know what I'm saying, didn't have a signature shoe deal, but it was signature shoe deals getting passed out then.
Yeah.
So stop with the narrative because now a white woman is getting the Nike shoe deal. That's a problem because A'ja Wilson don't have one. When y'all didn't have a problem with Inescu got one. You didn't have a problem with Stewie got one. You didn't have a problem with multiple people.
Company,
but I'm just saying though, but it's still a shoe deal. The biggest thing was they was like, she don't have a shoe deal, a signature shoe deal, because she's this, scoped as one of the top, you know what I'm saying, people. She won 2 championships in there, a couple plus, MVPs and stuff like that.
I've always said behind the scenes, like I said, A'ja Wilson signed that apparel deal. That might have been a signature that she signed that might have put a stoppage on her getting a signature shoot, and they had to let that deal pass through.
Yeah, contracts clashing. Yeah, you never know. But people just speak. They don't take time to dig in, find out the information of why she's getting her shoe deal now, why other person don't have their shoe deal, and then making a real thought out statement, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. They just want to make whatever's hot, make it about race all the time, make it about gender all the time.
And you know she got paid well because I'm gonna tell you something. She be overseas.
She don't play overseas. The people that's struggling.
They playing overseas.
You gotta think about how Brittany Griner don't have. When you think about how Brittany Griner don't have a shoe. At that time when Brittany Griner first came in, we hadn't seen nothing like her.
And she was dunking on folks.
She was dunking on folks. And they won a championship.
She was still going over. She was getting better checks overseas than she was in the WNBA. So that's why she took that risk.
So at the end of the day, keep that same energy. I always say it's about consistency. I know people like to get on their high horse when it's colored. They do. Like, it's easy to say this ain't that because color. But everything ain't always color related when you're speaking on a topic. And that's why we talk about in the podcast. We like to be like, we gonna get on you motherfuckers who be saying that shit because it's whack. It really is. Man. So we gonna go ahead and move. I ain't gonna keep on beating the dead horse, but I done seen this shit so much. It's like, when she had the, when she's on TV and she's going against LSU was a problem. Now that she got in the WNBA is a problem. Now she got a shoe. There's always a problem with this certain individual, and you gotta check yourself at the door and realize why you got a problem with her. To be honest with you, so. All right, so this one, Jalen, you gonna jump it off. We done talked our fucking heads off about it.
Basketball, like I said, I don't know much about
it. It's okay, you rocking with us. This is what we do. This is what we do. So this is a question to you. Do you think people experience you differently? Like interaction with you, is it different? Or do you feel like you're consistent? Everybody should get the same.
Oh, hell no. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, hell no.
No, because I don't know. For me, I could be a whole different person at work. I'm a whole different person with my people. I could be a whole different person when it comes to my family.
Okay.
When it comes to my kids. And my kids could call it out as well on me. My kids will always tell me like, mom's just being nice to you because you don't got to see her out here. Man. So you know what I mean? Like, so yes.
Kids say the damnedest things.
No. But yeah, everybody's different, to be honest with you. And my energy towards that person as well. If it's more positive, I'm all for it. I'm all there with you. I support you.
Right.
I got you.
Right.
If I feel like I'm doing the most for you, and you ain't giving me anything.
Hey, it's gotta be reciprocal energy.
Little by little, you're gonna see another part of me where I'm like,
Yeah, it's reciprocal energy all day, every day. Yeah. But what you got? I know you about what you about to say.
I'm always be me.
There we go.
I don't care if somebody's giving me more or less the same. I'm just gonna. I do who I am.
do me.
Period. I'm like Forrest Gump. You know, I don't know what to call it. Like, I had to ask my daughter the other day because like we was just at the gas station. I just walk in the gas station. I set it off. I'm like, everybody ain't mama up in here and start talking to people. And then next the dude start explaining about how good the chicken wings are. Next thing you know, I'm buying the chicken wings for my daughter. And then me and the dude sitting and talking about how good the wings are and whatnot. And then I had to ask my daughter, I was like, are you tired of me doing this?
What'd she say?
She's like, nah, it's you.
Nah, it's right there.
She's like, it's you. It's like,
she's accustomed to you gonna do that.
Yeah, wherever we go, like you'll just start talking to people with like people be like, damn, is that your best friend? Or
but see, that's your energy. Cause like even with me just being around you right now and not knowing much about you, I see you as an energy from my kid's grandmother. She could go anywhere. She could go to the gas station. And it's a whole fact of, hey, how are you? It's something so simple. Yeah. But it's you. He's
inviting. That's what they call it. He has an inviting personality. Like, enter my space. Like, I'm okay with this. So I say this. I'm like, Bo, when you interact with me, I can talk to a stranger like I've known them for 30 years.
Yeah.
We can actually have a conversation. I can meet a person on the street and we can sit outside and talk for 10, 15, 20 minutes and never met a day in life. So I feel like my interaction with people is going to be the same. I should give off the same type of energy because I'm consistent. I am who I am. Even if people, now I can get with motherfuckers, like that's going to be a mood change, but that's based off of what you've done, you know what I'm saying, to change the situation and the scale of how we're talking. But if we're just talking about basic interactions, hey, how are you doing? My name's Kevin. Hey, such. you're going to get, hey, this guy's funny. He got a personality. He know how to talk. You know what I'm saying? He can articulate. He can converse.
Yep.
You're going to get that instantly with me, period. And as you build a relationship, you know what I'm saying, with me, you'll really understand, like, nah, he really is Kevin 10 toes down all the time.
But also too, with dealing with different personalities, like you might be in the hood, you might be in the trap.
Yeah.
You know, it might be a different vibe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're dealing with different people, but you still have that same energy.
Right. They should still know. You might know how to move differently, but you're still going to get that same, like, Bo. Bo going to be Bo. We know where he at. You know what I mean? Seriously. So, for real. But, Jasmine, I get what you're saying. What you're saying is you kind of let people's...
I can't show my true colors with you. Because I gotta get to know. No, because
your comfort zone.
Yeah,
I got you.
Like right now, like if we were joking around, but you're gonna know my fake laugh to my real laugh, and you'd be like, Jazz was just faking it right now. Like,
yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I legit gotta see your energy, how you move, and then I'm like, that's how I'm moving, just like you're moving. So, like, if me and you had met at the store, and you were, hey, how are you? I'm gonna be right respectful, and I'm gonna be right. No, I'm gonna be right there. You think that?
Standoffish.
No, you think that?
Standoffish.
But I can't be willing either to just like open up a conversation either. And it's funny how you said that, because I was last weekend I went fishing and I was in line with people, and of course there's a Latino family in front of me, and then we had a white family, and the white family was like still talking, whatever. And they were just saying dumb stuff. And I'm like right in between. So one's trying to understand the conversation. One's just being loud about it. And I was just like, they're saying this, and this. Can you stop saying this stuff? Like, it was just...
Help them out.
Help them out.
You are the translator. Help them out. You are the translator for the day. But yeah, I think it just comes with background. We come from a background where we just have this, you know, like, being a Jehovah's Witness, we were giving like talks in front of people and being encapsulated into a population of people we didn't know, and had all type of melting pool of various, you know, ethnicities and personalities. And we always were just taught to be ourselves in the midst of that. So I think it do come with background. It come with, you know what I'm saying, who you're around or whatever, but it's something to learn. If you don't have it, it's something to, like I said before, that's a goal. Be like, hey, next time the person say something to me, I'm going to try to keep it calm. Like he said, mental health goals. That goes along the lines. It's like, that's a small one, but next time somebody come up to me, I'm going to talk to them, you know what I'm saying? And not feel like I can't be Jasmine, full throttle Jasmine with them, you know what I'm saying? And feel like I have to have this shell of myself, basically. That's what you do. You're doing a shell of yourself.
I do give a shell.
So if people, the thing is, so you understand, you could also be stumbling yourself. That could be a man who's interested in you, but you come off as the shell of yourself, who you truly are. He sees that. That's your first interaction, right?
Yes.
So he's like, she's whatever. The way the energy you gave him turned him off, which that could have been.
Go to the next one. Bye.
But see,
it wasn't meant to be.
But see, no. See,
you might have missed
that ain't self accountability. Yours being a shell of yourself.
But I know what I have and what I do, and I'm taking accountability.
Okay, but I'm just saying, but that don't mean that it's right.
It's not right, but. Okay, so for me, like being the Latina, growing up with just the Latinos until I moved here in Indiana. That's different. Right. I have to learn how to approach people, and it's hard to read sometimes how to approach those people, or to even just have those conversations. Because one, it's, are you really comfortable having a conversation with me, or are you just sitting here just to?
So, with you saying that about color, it's just like black. Do you really think white people, we come through, we've been through racist situations, but you have to give everybody their own slate and own merit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, perfect example, I went to Arlington, I went to Martinsville one time for a game. They was calling us the N-word at the game. We were kids, and they were calling us the N-word. I've been through racist situations, but I don't think every white person I encounter, they don't really like me or whatever. I gauge how they're interacting with me that lets me know if they like me. That's what I'm saying. The interaction with you and a gentleman could be like, well, damn, she didn't give me nothing. So I'm not going to make the effort that you might want from a man. Be like, he didn't act like he didn't like me. Well, you basically act like you didn't like him. So he's just going off your energy. That's my point. And then you start being self-accountable and self-evaluate. Be like, maybe I'm not getting to my goals because that about me, I need to work on and be more inviting.
I'll try.
There you go.
She said, "I'll try."
I'll try.
There you go. But I'm not saying to get on you, but I'm just saying these are the things
but
that's
you're right,
coping tools.
Yes.
When you ask like what's going wrong in my life or why a person hasn't fell in my life, you got to understand like that interaction could be everything. It's just like when I tell people, why do I have so many friends on Facebook? Why do I interact with everybody? You never know what that's going to lead to, because that could be a person who says, hey, I seen Kevin and Bo's podcast and my uncle, is a big time, in Hollywood. He liked people like that. I let him look at y'all show. He loved it. Would I have ever had that jump shot if I never met that friend? No. So you never know how things will play out. So I live life and he lives life fluid. We just go with the flow. Yeah. We just have a good time wherever we are.
And I'm thanking God nobody is falling in my lap. I'm cool.
That's Bo. Like I said, when the comments that come out of his mouth, I am accustomed to this all our lives of living.
Yeah.
That is Bo. That's what I'm saying. His energy, no matter, she's just, stranger to him.
Yes.
He gonna be Bo. She gonna walk away from your cousin's crazy. Hell yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Like, I agree.
You're related to him, so I knew you were going to be crazy either way.
Hey.
It's a Wilson thing, baby. All right, so what we going to get into, so before Jasmine goes, we do this thing. It's shocking. We get our guests. I didn't tell her about this. I give them topics, but I don't give them the whole show. Okay. So this is our favorite part of the show called Would You Rather. We don't get to do it when me and Bo just rocking with one another. You know what I'm saying? When we have a guest, this is our fun time.
See, now I got to pay attention to this stuff.
Yeah, you ain't watching. You better pay attention. Go get on this show.
Now.
All right.
All right, I'm ready.
So,
okay.
Would you rather are basically fucked up questions. It's just like either, this is less fucked up, that's more fucked up. Man, I take one of this, the less one.
Okay.
So, it's no good question. Here we go. Okay. This one kind of started bad. Here we go. So, would you rather communicate telepathically or know every single language on the planet? I'll start you off. Easy.
Every language, because it's a language barrier at my building. Haitian, Creole, French, and all that. So I would love to learn more languages. So I would do it that one.
All right, what you got, Bo?
Yeah, I do more languages.
Yeah, more languages is dope. All right. So
what would you do?
I do more languages. Yeah. That's always going. Anything learning, I'm definitely with it. You know what I'm saying? Expanding.
Like, even when you're going to get your toes and nails done and stuff like that, and they're like, hi, how are you? And then, and I'm like, oh, dude, chill. Like, what are you saying?
You want to hear about how your feet look?
Yeah, really, when they start, hold on though. So this is the game. They know how to speak. They've been here long enough to know how to speak English. They go to that as the decoder. I used to work with Hispanic women at work, and they would be talking, Spanish in a little unit. I come on, hey, Kevin, it's perfect. As soon as I leave, they back to being Spanish. Yeah, and then the girl tell me, I said, what they say? He was like, one girl was like, oh, he's such a big dude. He's grande black and da-da-da-da. and he's cute. Grande. And he's grande poppy. And he got muscles. Like, they would be like, what? That's what they saying in there? I'm over here fixing these pack hairs. And they over here looking at me with googly eyes and shit. I thought they was talking about me.
They did. They would say some things like that when we worked at Adidas together. So, yeah.
Not grande.
I told you. I'm telling you, dude. Them Hispanic women love me. Hey, she can speak to you. Y'all be thinking I'll be playing, man. Like,
shorter than me. Like, if I could stand and I could show you guys, like, legit being like Latinas, they'd be like, man, míralo, se mira guapo y todo. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
look, dude, I would come over and like talk to her because they had a little press, you know what I'm saying, the still screen or whatever. And you would just see eyes on you. You don't know if those eyes are looking at you like, scared, you know what I'm saying, intrigued or whatever, you know what I'm saying. But I started kind of picking up on certain words. And guapo was one of them. I was like, oh, that's handsome. Okay, that's positive. Let's go. Let's go.
I can take that.
All right, here we go. Would you rather marry your ex or marry the last person you had sex with?
That was both.
So but Bo, what you got? Jasmine got away on that one.
Yeah, sorry.
I would definitely marry my ex.
Same here. Yeah, I don't. No. I don't. No. Like that. Like that little. No.
Or what's the little kid? Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Like, nah.
For real, nah. No, we wouldn't even go that route.
I was here for a good time, not a long time.
That's his saying.
Boy.
All right. Would you rather bounce off of every surface you touch or never be able to jump again?
What were you thinking? Why did you laughing like that?
That's him. That's just him.
Come on, finish your thought.
Because I'm thinking of bouncing off of every damn thing.
See, I did too, but I didn't want to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna say never jump again because that would be so fucking annoying. Everything you just bouncing back and forth, man. Like,
hey, man, there might be a time where you need to jump.
Well, there's a time I don't need to bounce.
like you.
But I'm trying to talk to you, but you keep moving.
You know, it might be a car coming your way. You gonna just bounce off the car.
Hopefully, I bounce that. That's my superpower shit. I hope it come into play.
But you could have just jumped 1 foot and missed everything.
We seen what happened if you jump 1 foot. You could be taken out too. Your hops ain't right.
Hey,
that's subjective. It's who's jumping. Because if you're already a big person, you're not jumping that high anyway.
And bouncing where you land. You bounce off something like, damn, where am I going?
Bouncing in a whole nother state, be jumping the world like Incredible Hulk when he was jumping over them states.
That would have been cool though. I would have liked those.
Yeah, I guess we just had to give up jumping.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you really think about bouncing, it's like, I don't want to bounce off everything I come in contact with. You touch the door, boom, and you just flew away like, I'm never going to get anywhere with this shit. So you pick the same thing we got?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I already can't jump.
This is hilarious. So it's Spicy did his crazy question, so I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
So it said, would you rather wear socks during sex forever or a t-shirt?
I'll do a t-shirt. I can't do the socks. Sorry. I don't even go to bed with socks.
I think both is weird during that time.
Yeah. Get asshole naked, man.
But I'm gonna have to keep the socks on because
the t-shirt, I seen a porno with some dude with some socks. He had some sunglasses and some church socks. So
wow. Okay.
I guess somebody embraced the socks. Somebody embraced the socks thing, but I don't want to do it on t-shirt on.
Hey, no.
But that makes sense for you guys as males. For a female,
I guess you could get away,
yeah,
because I had a couple sessions. A girl had a t-shirt on. That makes sense. So
that's you're like nah.
And they had on socks too. Matter of fact, I don't really care. I ain't no feet guy, so you can keep the socks on. I don't care.
Feet scare me.
T-shirt is covering up. Like, nah, I'm trying to see something.
Now that is true. Now if I'm trying to get to the top portion, then we gonna have to lose the t-shirt.
Yeah. So, okay, well it's gonna come off.
It depends on if it was a quickie. If it was a quickie, I wasn't really worried about the top because I'm just trying to get in and get out. It's like a bank robbery. I'm trying to get in and go. So if it ain't about that, but if we doing what we do, you can keep the socks on because I ain't trying to see your feet no way.
Knowing me, if you got the t-shirt, I'm gonna still just lift it up. I gotta look at something.
This disrespectful ass nigga. He don't even listen to me telling him to keep my shirt on.
I only need to see your eyes for 1 second.
He better pull it over her head like you didn't want to take it off, so I just adjusted.
Let me just.
That's hilarious right there. All right. Would you rather have a 1-minute conversation with your past self or your future self?
My past. Because I could always change my future too. My future is going to change all the time. I can't change the past.
Yeah. What you got, Bo?
I'd rather do the future.
I'm kind of future too.
Why would you guys want to know what the future brings? I'm scared to be.
I'm having a conversation. It's just like
still, you're going to want to know. And then you're gonna think it's gonna happen, and it's not.
It's gonna happen. Shit is if it's constituted.
But I might be able to, find a stream to, change things or let things be.
Hold up though. It's the same way what you just said. If I'm talking to my future self and the future hasn't happened, I have a chance to change that to future. I'm altering. One, you're gonna already alter the future from talking to your future self. Right. So if we really, constitute that, so I'm gonna say I want to talk to my future self because as present, I'll be like, am I doing things right? I need to talk to you, man. Like, how this shit gonna end out? Am I gonna get a wife finally? Let me know. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the right path? You would really be like that.
For me, that's my overthinking. I don't want to know it because I could only control what's right now at the moment.
Yeah. I think I will want to know it because he already know, like, if you keep going down this path, you're going to end up like this. So, like, I need to change my shit right now.
I know my future self be like, hey, we some crazy motherfuckers.
Your present self can tell you. That shit.
I'll be like, boy, tell me something.
They're gonna be like,
well, this time when you was 55, you came across this. Oh, get ready. Yes, I'm hyped. I'm gonna just keep doing the same bullshit.
You stupid, dude. All right, here we go. We back to Mr. Nasty time. I'm just playing. Here we go. Would you rather be allergic to sex or allergic to making out?
Sex. I like making out. I'm sorry.
She said that quick.
I did. Look,
Look, Bo like, well.
I used to like making out. I really did.
I really did.
You say it like you haven't made out in a while.
Hey, don't get in that man personal
But,
business.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It ain't
Okay,
the
you
same
go.
making out though.
It doesn't have the
But
same
like,
passion
back in the
behind
days,
it. Yeah,
you
it don't
could
have
be
that.
making out there 45 minutes and hyped up like.
Now I'm ready to get at
it's
it.
It's like 30 seconds in Pound Town. Like what?
Pound Town.
Like hang on. I'm not even.
She might be ready for Pound Town. Don't even have foreplay. Is like not even what it used to be. Seriously.
So it's like, damn,
Maybe ready.
am I gigolo?
Just a little bit. No. Okay.
I mean,
Mm.
I accept my roles. I'm a progressive thinker.
I'm like, I don't want to be allergic to sex. Like, I mean, that's the thing. I'm just saying, when you think about
He said it
the
like he
making
was
of-
really
He was
concerned.
like, damn,
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah.
the making out part is what you're trying to get to the sex. It's the road. If I can't never get to the
Kevin,
end of
pick
the
one.
road,
Kevin, pick one.
I just did.
Yeah.
I don't want to be allergic to sex, so I'll be allergic to making out.
Yeah, I'd be allergic to making out.
Because you make out to get to the sex.
Yes.
So
Yeah, but see, I don't know. I guess sex isn't a big thing for me.
I'm just saying, I don't want to make out. I'm like this. I'm tell you right now, if I can't finish the job, we just gonna sit here and chill. You're not sitting. I'm not 13 going home with blue balls because I have a house. I have the ability. You can stay, whatever. This should happen. If we're engaged like that, this should
He
happen.
said I'm not 13.
I'm not going home. I'm not going to go sit in my house after you leave and my balls hurting or I got to take care of it some other way when I had a whole female over here. She caused it.
And that's your fault, not mine.
No, that's why I ain't making out with you. You like that. I'd rather, hey, we could just get to that. If we can't make
So you
out.
wouldn't sit here and cuddle with somebody?
Cuddling's not making out to me.
No, but still though, like
It's a PG way of cuddling.
But you
No.
could-
Hold up. Let's
Okay,
be
okay,
honest.
okay.
You can cuddle. Like we can sit here and watch Netflix. You know, I got my arm around you. That's a sense of cuddling. You just laid on me. Now, if we laid down and you got your ass all on my shit, what you think gonna happen? Caressing gonna happen. You know, erection gonna happen. And next thing you know, bada bing, bada bang. we got a party. You feel me?
Not bada bing, bada bang.
Bada bing, bada bang. But I'm just saying though. So I would tell a girl, hey, you ain't on it like that. Don't be putting your ass on me.
makes sense.
We play grown games around here. For real. But I respect you not wanting to go there. I'm just saying be respectful to not making me feel a certain type of way and then turning me off because I'm like, oh, she's a cop out. You know what I'm saying? She poop
Is that what
out.
they call them now?
Yeah, we call them a lot of stuff.
Oh.
But I'm just saying, don't be like
Hey,
that though. You know what
He
I'm saying?
said we call him a lot of stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be a poop out because, like, why would you engage into something like that, get it going so good and be like, oh, it's time for me to go home.
Nah.
Well, I don't do that.
Now, men got to be respectful. She say stop, say no. You know what I'm saying? Let's say,
You gotta be
but
like
you not coming back over here. You not coming back over here. You're not putting me in a situation where I feel like something's about to jump off and then you just be like, second thought, yeah.
Now, normally they'll be back.
They might want to come back, but I'm not going to bring them back. I don't need those type of problems in my life.
Normally, when they play like that, they're and they go home.
Don't be testing me. Like that's like them women who say you can't have sex
They be hitting you back
into
the
90
next day.
days. Like people who have these parameters for sexual activity. Man, live life. If you don't rock like that and you don't give it up on the first date, fine. Or you don't give it on the second, third date, fine. But don't have a certain parameter. 90 days specific. Like you're counting on a calendar like, oh, it's close to 90. I guess I'll give him some on the 90th day. No. Because by like 60th day, I'm like, I'm about to find another one.
Hey, but why?
Because you done put me on a time scale instead of just letting it happen. Now, we are vibing and it just don't move to a sexual thing and it was 90 days, perfectly fine, right? We're vibing. We don't need that. But if you purposely, and we've had encounters where we're hugging, embracing, like you just said, right? Multiple times you come over there, but you don't give me none just because you have this stipulation of I can't give him none to 90 days. I don't need that. I'm cool.
Just don't tell me.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you-
that's
yeah,
your point.
yeah.
Like, just don't
If
tell
you on
at
that
all.
90 thing,
But I
hey,
think it's gonna come
don't
out
tell
because
me.
you're gonna want to question it. Anytime y'all spend time together and don't nothing happen, you be like, what's going? Why you start and stop every time?
Because when the
You say
magic
no.
happens, the magic happens.
See, and that's how I feel. Like I shouldn't have to come and be like, I think I'm gonna be able to do something with you. Like
Hocus. Right now. Don't get it wrong. I'm all about a vibe. And it's been definitely a situation I've been in where I ain't got none for a long time in a situation, right? And I'm perfectly cool with it. But I also let them know, don't do these type of things that trigger me. Just like it wouldn't be fair for me to get you all started. And they're like, when I'm abstaining from sex, like I kiss all on your neck, I'm rubbing all on you, know what I'm saying? I might even do you a favor. Ain't like you ready to go now. Like, and I'm like, you know what?
Now you know what?
I thought about it, and this would not be right. You're gonna be like, nigga, get out of here. Like, what are you doing? You done got me all revved up. You're not coming back over here. It's the same way. Just be respectful. I agree with
you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I just wanted to know your points. So, okay.
I just talk my shit. That's what we do. Like I said before, you're going to get the raw, the real from me every time. I am who I am. So we're going to do 2 more, and then we're going to let you get up out of here. All right, let me see what I could come up with. All right, here we go. Would you rather be constantly sticky or constantly itchy?
Sticky. I would go sticky.
Ooh.
Because itchy, I'm gonna be the whole time I'm talking. And
the sticky is not a good feeling.
Did you have to put Vaseline on as lotion as a child?
No, sir.
Well, we did.
he said what we did.
So is that why you would?
That's walking around sticky.
Yeah, sticky, y'all. Yeah,
all your clothes are sticking to you, and it's in the middle of summer.
Your hand sticking to your jacket. Like, what the fuck?
And they tell you to go outside and sit in the sun, sit and cook.
Have you ever been sticky and sunburnt at the same time? You just out there just cooking, looking like a sugar daddy.
And then they want to, why you got your shirt off? Because it was sticking to me.
It was sticking to me.
Nah, I'd rather be itchy.
Ain't no wind getting through it at all.
I'd rather have the itch than be
the
shirt. I mean, it's
as long as you ain't itching from drugs, you're okay. It's like
Tyrone.
Like, man, scratching your neck or something. Like, hey, dog, get that shit checked out. For real.
I want some of them red balls.
Red balls. Hey, that's part of Tyrone. When you ever see when he did the Fear Factor one.
Yeah, and he's still covering them
he said, "Oh, this ain't shit."
Yeah. Then he have a worm on his foot.
Yeah, hey, everything today was like fearing people. Like, you want me to do what? He's like, oh, that ain't shit, Jim.
Oh, when he ate that one stuff.
Hey, but
it was some type of penis.
It was a penis. Yeah. They were like, I'm not eating that. He was like, give me that shit.
Then I think he fed it to his girl too.
He sure did. I'm telling you.
Classic.
All right, we got one more. Let's see what we got. All right, here we go. Would you rather have the best sex of your life once or mediocre sex every day?
Okay, now I'm gonna think about it. Hold on, I gotta know yours.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, mediocre sex is horrible. But just once
in a lifetime.
Nah, man, I'm gonna just have to stick with that mediocre. Just get used to it. Cause I mean, that one good time though, be like, God damn,
you rock my socks.
But it's just once.
I'll take that once.
Hell no.
No, because I don't want mediocre either.
Nobody want mediocre or one time.
I would take one time.
I don't want a one and done. This ain't the NCAA tournament. I'm trying to, I need to go again. Mediocre sex can also be enhanced by you trying to teach them some better stuff.
But
so you can always, I would rather teach you and have the opportunity to do it more times than just once.
Hey, I don't mind telling you what to fucking do.
That's what I'm saying. I would rather teach you what I like.
Some people take that offensive though. I've learned that. So
well, they need to get their shit together. I'm trying to help you out, motherfucker.
Hey, I don't mind taking if you telling me to do something, all right, I'll do it.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, and this is some real shit. Dudes who have a template as to what they do with women and they use on every woman, some woman gonna say it was whack. The dudes that listen to the individual women and what they like done to them in their sessions will be looked at as good lovers. That's the key. Like, you can't go in there with what works for one, don't work for the next.
Yes,
so
agreed.
basically sitting there, I would like tutelage, you know what I'm saying? And I don't take it as a slight that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You are a different woman, a different body type. short, small, big, tall, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody's parts are different and placed differently and they feel shit differently. And you have to do different things to get those places activated. So you have to understand what activates you. You know what I'm saying? What makes you there? And she's like, I like this. Or I like some girls like, I like a little nibble on the ear. Some girl don't touch my fucking ear. Now you touching her ear and she's irritated about her ear. Her sex experience is already ruined because you don't like people to touch your ear. So I would say a motherfucker who not listening and not mature enough to listen to guidance on how you like to be pleased shouldn't be invited back.
Agreed.
That's what I say. All right. So that brings the end to another show. You like, see, we went the gauntlet to talking about the diss records, to mental health, to funny sex shit. And there you go. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do on the Pulpit Podcast. Jasmine, you got anything else to say before we get out here?
I don't. Thank you for having me, though.
She said, I don't.
I think I said enough.
But we going to catch y'all on the next one. Yup.